Merhabalar hocam, nasılsınız?
Merhabalar Özgür, Armağan, Fatma Nur.
Merhaba hocam.
Merhaba.
Merhaba hocam.
Herkese merhaba. Önder öğretmenim iyi akşamlar.
İyi akşamlar hocam, iyi akşamlar.
İyi akşamlar. Giren bütün arkadaşlar merhaba.
Merhaba hocam.
Esra selamlar.
Merhaba hocam.
Merhaba. Evet, şu an 30 kişi. Ben de Gülbin öğretmenim gibi çay içeyim. Fethiye merhaba.
Merhaba.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yağmur selamlar.
Selam.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Melis merhaba. 7.
Merhaba hocam.
Hoş geldiniz.
Merhaba, hoş buldum.
Merhaba. Şu an 42 kişi olduk. Dün akşam galiba 80 kişi olmuştuk. Öyle hatırlıyorum. Evet. Armağan, bizden gelmeyen var mı?
Yok hocam.
Tamız yani.
Aynen 8 kişiyiz.
Ben 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kişi görüyorum. Ha, Rüveyda
Hayır
da
hocam.
burada.
Ben
Rüveyda arkalarda
Tamam,
hocam.
Rüveyda alttaymış. Ben de siz hepiniz üstte gözüküyorsunuz da ondan. Rüveyda merhaba, ne haber?
Merhaba hocam.
Evet, 55'i bulduk.
İyi akşamlar.
Evet, iyi akşamlar. Gülbin öğretmenim, iyi akşamlar. Gülbin öğretmenim.
İyi akşamlar hocam. Tamam.
Çayınız yanınızda mı?
Yok, bugün yok.
Olmadı bak. Ben sizle çay tokuşturacaktım.
Bilsem alırdım hocam.
Evet. 4 öğretmeniz değil mi şu anda?
Şu an 5.
5 mi?
Evet.
5 pardon. 5 öğretmeniz. İsmail Bey yok. İlksen öğretmenim yok. Bir de Reyhan öğretmenim yok galiba. Onlar da gelecektirler. Füsun öğretmenim, çocuklar daha yatmamıştır herhalde.
Yatırdım hocam.
Yatırdınız mı?
Yatırdım.
Yazık çocuklara yazık.
Saat 6.30'da başlıyor bizde gün.
Evet.
Yani en azından benim ve küçük oğlum için.
Evet.
Büyük de
Erkenmiş.
yetiştiriyor
Bayağı bir
bizi.
erken, evet.
Bütün gün aşağıda parkta oynadık.
Oh,
Bayağı bir yorulduk.
ne güzel. Ne güzel. İyi, yoruldularsa
Arkadaşlar iyi akşamlar. Merhabalar.
İyi akşamlar İsmail Bey. Hoş geldiniz.
Hocam.
Biraz bağlantınızda problem var herhalde İsmail öğretmenim.
Şu an bir sıkıntı olmazsa sesim geliyor mu hocam?
Kesik kesik. Bana öyle geliyor. Bilmiyorum diğer arkadaşlara da öyle mi geliyor? Evet, şu an 63 kişi, bir 17 kişi falan daha lazım. Kabul etmem ben. Dün 80 ise bugün de 80. Başka türlü olmaz.
Hocam Reyhan Hoca hala gelmemiş.
Evet, evet, evet. Gelecek inşallah. O da gelecek. Evet, 67 kişi olduk. Reyhan öğretmen herhalde unutmamıştır diye düşünüyorum.
Hayır hocam unutmadı. Bize hatta linki attı. Erkenden attı.
Ha,
Dedi ki
tamam.
unutmayın 25 geçe katılacaksınız
Anladım.
dedi.
Tamam. Düne göre iyi oldu. Çünkü dün bayağı bir dakika kaybolmuştu. Yani yaklaşık 7.30'da başlaması gerekirken 7.50'de falan başladı herhalde. 18-20 dakika bir toplanma sürdü. Şu anda daha iyi konumdayız. Ama o geri kalan 12 kişi de inşallah. Fethiye sen bakabildin mi? Yok, sana mı söylemiştim ben yoklama diye?
Evet, gelmeyenler var baya.
Cidden mi?
Hı hı.
Bizim okuldan var demek ki gelmeyen.
Evet, 6 kişi yok bizden.
Anladım. Ben hemen uyarıyorum onları.
Hocam toplantı
Efendim, şu an gelenler var. Onları da alalım. Şu an 73 olduk. Bizden gelen yok. Ha, bir Şenay var. Gelmeyenlerin çoğu bizden mi? O kadar söyledim. Onlar da bizden çıktı. Gelmeyenler. O zaman şöyle yapıyorum. Bizim okuldan öğrenciler lütfen gelmeyenlere bir gruba atalım Fethiye isimleri. Sen gruba gelmeyenlerin isimlerini at. Diğer arkadaşlar bizim okuldan diğer arkadaşlar çağırsınlar. Tamam, geliyorlar şimdi biraz. Nehir geliyor. Reyhan öğretmenim geliyor.
arkadaşlar bir iki mi eksik? Ne kafe?
Bizdendir büyük ihtimal. NKF'den Erkut geliyor şu an.
Evet, süper. İki eksik bizde hocam şu an. İsmi tespit etmedim.
Ee, hemen ben de bizden gelmeyenlere. Kimse Berra burada mı? Fethiye Berra burada mı?
Buradayım.
Heh.
Burada.
Berracığım gelmeyenleri hemen uyarır mısın tek tek? Reyhan öğretmenim hoş geldiniz.
Tamamdır, uyarıyorum.
Tamam. Şu 1-2 dakika daha bekleyelim. 20.35 oldu.
Beren buradan Beren Çetin bizde mi? Beren Çetin.
Evet. Berra, Elanur kim var orada başka? Nisanur dün de gelmedi. Nisanur ve İlayda. Tamam, İlayda
Öğretmen
geliyor.
İlayda burada.
İlayda.
Tamam. İlayda geliyor. İlksen öğretmenim geliyor. Hani benim niyetim bir de bir kere daha bağlanmaya gerek olmasın. Tekrar insanları toparlamayalım. Ondan dolayı. İlksen öğretmenim hoş geldiniz. Evet, ben artık yönetimi Armağan'a devrediyorum ve yavaş yavaş başlayalım. Kimsenin söylemek istediği herhangi bir şey var mı? Öğretmen arkadaşlardan. Yoksa ben bir dakika, Armağan yanlış oldu. Armağan burada. Armağan'a host yaptık. Evet. Ben hiçbir şeye karışmıyorum. Başarılar diliyorum. Kolay
I
gelsin.
want to say something. Please download Kahoot and get ready. Hello everybody, welcome to our lesson. I'm Arman from Hüseyin Girenes Science High School. We will learn medicine and health in this biology class. Let's start. Thanks a lot to our biology teacher Ismail Deniz from Edirne Social Sciences High School for his great technical and scientific contribution and counseling to our presentation. Our first subject is what is medicine and health. Second subject is staying healthy. Third subject is the importance of health. Fourth subject is subheadings of medicine. Fifth subject is scientists who have contributed to medicine and health. Sixth is what is endosymbiotic theory. Seventh is information on endosymbiotic theory. Eighth is image about the topic. I have a question for you. What is medicine and health? Don't you have an answer? Oh, okay. According to Turkish Language Institution, medicine is all technical and scientific studies applied to cure, elevate, or prevent illnesses. Doctors have strived for centuries to ensure that people are happy and able to exist. There are three important goals underlying this eternal desire. 1. To find the causative agent. 2. To find and apply the treatment that will eliminate this factor. 3. To remove the factors that cause the disease from your environment or to erase them from the earth. According to Turkish Language Institution, health is the person is in complete physical, social, and psychological well-being. According to the World Health Organization, three basic criteria of health are 1. Bodily well-being, 2. Spiritual well-being, 3. Social well-being. Bodily well-being is absence of situations such as deficiency, dysfunction, carrying microbes in the tissues and organs that make up the body. Spiritual well-being is a state of thinking in accordance with his age, able to express what he thinks, understand others, know how to cry and laugh in place, struggle with difficulties, act according to conditions, be happy in success and accept failures, and be at peace with himself. Social well-being is the state of knowing how to behave and take responsibilities, have good relations, and love the people and environment.
Hi, I'm Esra and I'm from Namkaraman Science High School. I'm going to talk about staying healthy, and here are some steps you can take to stay healthy. The first one is exercise. You should try to be active for 30 to 60 minutes, about 5 or 4 times a week, because it can help treat depression, osteoporosis, and high blood pressure. It can prevent heart disease, diabetes, and colon cancer. The second one is sleep. You should get enough sleep and rest. Adults need around 8 hours of sleep a night. Chronic sleep deprivation may raise the odds for heart disease, diabetes, stroke, obesity, and many other illnesses. And also, melatonin is a hormone that makes falling asleep easier, and it also regulates the sleep cycle. In addition, it's a growth hormone that ensures making proteins and cell growth. This hormone is released between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. Next one. The next slide. Okay. The third one is nutrition. You should eat a well-balanced, low-fat diet with lots of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, because a healthy diet can help you lose weight and lower your cholesterol as well. The fourth one is stress. You should learn to recognize and manage stress in your life. Signs of being too stressful can include trouble sleeping, frequent headaches, and stomach problems, or being angry a lot. Next one. Sun exposure. Sun exposure is linked to skin cancer, so you should stay out of the sun, especially between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. when the sun's harmful rays are the strongest. You should use sunscreen year-round on exposed skin like your face or your hands. And the final one is goals. You should always set goals for yourself, even if you're retired, because setting goals gives you long-term motivation. It helps you stay active, so it's important for your mental health. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Fatma Kurt. I am 14 years old. I am proprietor School of Social Sciences. My job says the importance of health in adaptation to the riches of Sarah. Suleiman the Magnificent, who was standing on the throne of the Ottoman Empire. The strong state of the country expressly stated in this couplet that health is superior to health and rejoice in the breed. There is no valid object in the public, not being like instead. The study is like breed of health in the world. Kanuni Sultan Süleyman, according to the World Health Organization, health is not just illness or disability. It is a state of complete well-being in physical, spiritual, and social.
Hi, I am Melis from TED Edirne, and I'm going to tell you about subheadings of medicine. Medicine has 24 subheadings, and these are histology, microbiology, molecular biology, biophysics, pathology, biomechanics, genetics, biostatistics, medical physics, toxicology, immunology, neuroscience, anatomy, pharmacology, gynecology, photobiology, epidemiology, cytology, physiology, embryology, nutrition science, biochemistry, endocrinology, and radiobiology. Histology is the study of the structures of biological tissues. Microbiology is the study of microorganisms. Molecular biology is the study area of biology at the molecular level. Biophysics is the study of physical events in physiology. Pathology is the study of disease, the causes, course, progression, and resolution thereof. Biomechanics is the study of the structure and function of biological system by means of the methods of mechanics. Next one. Genetics is the study of genes and their role in biological inheritance. Biostatistics is the application of statistics to biological fields in the broadest sense. Medical physics is the study of the application of physics physics principles in medicine. Toxicology is the study of hazardous effects of drugs and poisons. Immunology is the study of the immune system. Neuroscience examines the nervous system. Anatomy is the study of the physical structure of organisms. Pharmacology is the study of drugs and their actions. Gynecology is the study of female reproductive system. Photobiology is the discipline that deals with the effect of light on living things. Epidemiology is the branch of medicine that deals with epidemic diseases. Cytology is the microscopic study of individual cells. Physiology is the study of the normal functioning of the body and the underlying regulatory mechanisms. Embryology is the study of the early development of organisms. Nutrition science is the study of the relationship of food and drink to health and disease. Biochemistry is the study of the chemistry taking place in living organisms. Endocrinology is the study of hormones and their effect through the body of animals. Radiobiology is the study of the interactions between ionizing radiation and living organism.
Hello, everybody. My name is Özgür. From Gazi Anatolian High School. I am going to tell you about scientists who have contributed to medicine and health. First of all, let's start a question. Let's start the presentation with a question. Don't you know someone's name? Don't have answer. Okay. First, Yasemin Alana, Dr. Alana has been involved in many multi-center studies in Europe and Asia. She was the principal investigator in studies specifically identified genes for osteogenesis imperfecta and facial development. She described two new genes in this field. Next one, Aziz Sancar. Aziz Sancar did research about DNA. He received the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2015. His research into how DNA is preserved and repaired. Aziz Sancar found XG nuclease enzyme. This enzyme term entered Oxford Biochemistry Molecular Dictionary. Next one, please. Gökhan Atamışlıgil. Gökhan Atamışlıgil did like research about metabolism, generic diabetes, and obesity. This topic used to intensify his research. He found the lipocin hormone that can stop diseases like diabetes. TÜBİTAK won the science prize. Next one. Finally, Özlem Türeci. Özlem Türeci does research about cancers for more than 20 years. Founded the BioNTech a company. She developed sex technology for the characterization of tumor antigens. She received the Vincenzi Gizern Prize from the German Hematology and Oncology Association in 1995. She received an Order of Merit Germany in 2020 because she and her husband Uğur Şahin found BioNTech vaccine. In short, she and her husband found COVID-19 vaccine. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Yağmur from Dolu Hüseyin Ercan Ermaş Mermer Anadolu High School. I want to talk about what is endosymbiotic theory. Endosymbiotic theory deals with the root of mitochondria and plastids in eukaryote cells organelles. Theory claims that the mentioned organelles roots from prokaryote lives are with eukaryote cells. Next one. Next. What is scientific evidence to support endosymbiotic theory? One, mitochondria and chloroplasts are produced today by mitosis division. That's how bacteria multiply. Two ribosomes of type 17 as found in organelles and ribosomes found in bacteria are the same. Three, the dimensions of mitochondria and chloroplasts are quite similar those of a bacterium. For some enzymes produced in mitochondria are very similar to those in bacteria. 5. The telekaryote structure of the clil is contained in chloroplast, and the structure of cyanobacteria are extremely similar. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Fethiye from Medina Social Science High School. The subject I will tell is information about the endosymbiotic theory. There are many concepts related to the endosymbiotic theory. The endosymbiotic theory allows us to understand how eukaryotes and prokaryotes, including us humans, evolved. Eukaryotes are seedless and simple structured. Prokaryotes have a simpler and nucleated structure. Endosymbiotic theory explains how prokaryotes evolved together. Next one. The question of how living things arose is a matter of curiosity. The theory of abiogenesis is the study of how life on Earth can evolve from non-living things. The theory of abiogenesis is regarded as the question the origin of life. Thus, with the emergence of life, the abiogenesis is the theory of evolution that explains the diversity of modern life. Thank you.
Hi, I am Ray Danner from Ibrahim Manal Science High School. I am going talking about endosymbiotic theory. According to the endosymbiotic theory, the bacteria that ruled for millions of years at some point ingested some other bacteria or proteobacteria smaller than 10 cells into the cells to eat by endocytosis. Next one. But they couldn't digest them. Next. After this failure to digest, both bacteria took a more advantageous position than before. This is because the large and predator bacterium enables this bacterium, which it but cannot digest, to perform intracellular functions. Next. On the other hand, small bacteria that are prey are much safer in this new intracellular location than before, and rush the materials they need much more easily. Therefore, natural selection has supported this relationship, and as a result, the first eukaryotic cells formed. Next. In short, the cooperation of more complex cells with more than one cells with a simpler structure. Thank you.
Now we are going to watch a video in Turkish because we think it will be good to watch a video in our native language because our subject is a very technical subject.
Endosimbiyozis hipotezine göre oksijenli solunum yapan mor bakteri ilkel ökaryot hücresinin içine girerek hücreyle ortak yaşam birliği oluşturmuştur. Karşılıklı yarar sağlanan bu birliktelikte hücre bakteriye besin sağlarken bakteri hücreye enerji sentezlemektedir. Kloroplast organelinin oluşumuysa fotosentez yapan siyanobakterilerin hücre içine girmesi ve ortak yaşam birliği oluşturarak hücreye fotosentez yapabilme yeteneği kazandırmasıyla açıklanır.
The theory gives an explanation for how eukaryote cells could have evolved from prokaryote cells that lived in symbiosis. Prokaryote symbiosis means these organisms live together. So just to recap from our Intro to Cells video, When you think of prokaryote, think of pro rhyming with no nucleus, no membrane-bound organelles. Eukaryotes, on the other hand, remember eu rhymes with do, and they do have a nucleus, and other membrane-bound organelles. Both prokaryotes and eukaryotes are cells, though, and therefore they do have a few things in common that cells have, including a cell membrane, cytoplasm, ribosomes, and genetic material. But just look at these two cell types and you will see that one is way more simple. So what explanation does the endosymbiotic theory provide for how eukaryote cells could have evolved from prokaryote cells? A long time ago, seriously a long time, over 2 billion years ago, there were prokaryotes, much like there are today. They've been around for a long time. Well, just as there are in many organisms, there was variety in prokaryotes. Some of the prokaryotes had photosynthetic abilities, which means they could make their own food using sunlight energy. And those were the photosynthetic bacteria. Some of these prokaryotes were bacteria that had the ability to use oxygen to produce ATP energy. And some prokaryotes were larger, they could consume others, engulfing them. So obviously they had to be larger. The endosymbiotic theory is that some of these large cells engulfed some of these small bacteria. But instead of those small bacteria getting digested, some of them remained intact, and they actually began to live as symbionts. That means they lived together. This is believed to be the ancestor heterotroph eukaryote cell. And eventually, some of these cells engulfed the small bacteria that could do photosynthesis in addition. And there were some more living as symbionts. This is believed to be the ancestor autotroph eukaryote. Now, it's time to do a little reveal. We consider the bacteria that used oxygen to produce their own energy to have evolved into what is now mitochondria. And the bacteria that use sunlight energy to produce their own food, well, we consider those to have evolved into what are now chloroplast. It's likely that these ancient eukaryotes had some kind of advantage in their endosymbiosis.
İnternette problem mi oldu? Bende durdu.
Hmm, Hocam Armağan'ın internetlerde problem oldu. Çünkü o da dondu.
Anladım. Oh.
Geldi.
Düştü.
Armağan.
Düştüm mü ben hocam?
No.
Evet.
Şimdi kaldığı yerden açalım Armağan.
Nerede kalmışız siz? En son nereyi gördünüz?
4. dakikaya gel. 4. dakikaya.
Tamamdır.
Zaten evet.
Of mitochondria and chloroplasts tend to be similar to the size of bacteria. And when mitochondria and chloroplasts divide, which they can divide all on their own independently, they divide in a way that is similar to how bacteria divide. So the endosymbiotic theory provides an explanation for how modern eukaryotes evolved from prokaryotes. There's obviously more questions you might want to explore. For example, what about some of the other structures and organelles in eukaryotes? We'll keep exploring. Secondary endosymbiosis is a great place to start. One last thing we want to make sure to emphasize. Endosymbiosis isn't just reserved for a theory that explains a past event in ancient history. No, because endosymbiosis is actually happening today with many other kinds of organisms. One of our favorite examples, the termite. Yes, termites can have prokaryotes that live in their gut and help them digest wood. And without them, well, let's just say digesting wood wouldn't happen so well. Well, that's it for the Biba sisters, and we remind you to stay curious.
Our presentation is over. Thank you for listening to me. Now we have a code quiz. Please attend.
All right.
How much time do we have? Can you see?
We have about 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay. After 4 minutes, probably we will need to connect again.
Should we start after we connect again? Because it will be hard.
Okay, if we can finish, no problem. We won't need to, but if we can't, we will need to.
Okay.
Okay, let's start. Because we don't have much time.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Congratulations to the top 3.
Okay, who are Avengers, Haley and Arda? Can we see them?
I am Avengers.
Okay.